Well, let me tell you some of the titles of the really scary books and movies that I have written. Carrie, Children of the Corn, Misery, Pet Cemetery, Dreamcatcher, The Shining, or Cujo. Well, they are just a few of the titles that I have written. I'm an author of horror, suspense, science fiction, and fantasy books. My books have sold more than 350 million copies and have been made into a number of films, television movies, and comic books. I have published 50 novels and nearly 200 short stories. I would like to tell you a little bit more about myself. I was born on September 21st, 1947 in Portland, Maine. My father left when I was just a young child, leaving my mother to raise 2 kids alone. I graduated from Libson Falls High School in Maine. High school is where I really started to love writing. After graduating, I attended the University of Maine and wrote my first short story, The Glass Floor. It sold for a whopping $35. I studied English and graduated from college. I found a teaching job at that same college and wrote stories in my spare time. I met and married the love of my life, Tabitha. Together we had 3 children, Naomi, Joseph, and Owen. I would like to point out who is who in this picture. Can everybody see? This is me. This is my son Owen. This is my son Joseph. This is my daughter Naomi. That's my wife, and that is a family friend. In 1973, my first novel, Carrie, was accepted and published. It was the beginning of my writing career. I originally started off writing the first 3 pages of Carrie until I began to get so frustrated that I scrapped the idea. Until my wife later found them in the trash and told me to finish it. Boy, was I glad I did, because later when that book was published, I earned $400,000 off of it. After that, I went on to write many more books. One of my favorites, The Green Mile. Tom Hanks played the main character in this movie. I would like to tell you a little bit more about Pet Cemetery. It is based off of real events that occurred where I used to live. We lived by a busy road where many pet animal deaths occurred. There are too many speeding drivers that did not look if animals were crossing, so they were buried in the pet cemetery behind our house. One of my favorite cats, Smucky, was hit and killed on the same road. My son Owen was almost hit and killed on the same exact road. I based this story off of real events, but none of it is true. My work has been hard and rewarding. I have received many awards and many medals for my work throughout the years. I love rock music and even played in a band. I love spending time with my family. I hope my life story has inspired you, especially if you love writing. Don't give up on your dreams and always remember to shoot for the stars.